Good morning, dear student. Become semester 3 English medium. Dear student, in our previous lectures, we calculate example number 1 and 2 to net assets method. In today's lectures, we also calculate another example number 4, which is net asset methods and yield method. The students, in your university exam, the examiner asks uh, in one example and you make the calculation for net assets method, second yield method, and third fair value. Means के all in one example. So friends, in our previous lectures, we calculate two example related to our net assets method and find out intrinsic value. In today's lectures, we calculate example number 4 and we use both method like net assets method and yield method. Means we find out intrinsic value and market value. Now, dear students, I read the information related to our example. The balance sheet of Sona Limited company on 31st March 2012 was as follows. On liability sides, 30,000 equity share of rupees 10 each 3 lakhs. General reserve 1,50,000. Profit and loss account 1,25,000. 5% debentures 1 lakhs. Creditors 5 lakhs. Workman's saving fund 1 lakhs. Workman's profit sharing fund 75,000. Now asset sides, goodwill 1 lakhs. Land and building 2 lakh. Investment at cost, market value rupees 2 lakh 40,000 and outside 2 lakh 75,000. Stock 4 lakhs. Debtors 3 lakhs. Cash balance 75,000. Total both sides 30 lakh 50,000. On 31st March 2012, the stock was valued at rupees 3 lakh 50,000 and goodwill at rupees 75,000. The net profit for 3 years were 2009-10 rupees 95,000, 10-11 65,000 and 11-12 1 lakh 10,000, of which 20% was placed to reserve. These proportions being considered reasonable in the industry in which the company is engaged and where a fair investment return may be taken at 12%. Find the value of company's share by net assets method and yield method. So friends, in this example, you calculate uh, first net asset method and then after yield method. So friends, now we start our calculation. So friends, first we calculation net assets method. So friends, you can see in this example, uh, for us very useful information, goodwill new value. So friends, this is very easy to find out net assets method and to intrinsic value, because here is already given the new value of goodwill, so we do not calculate or find goodwill value. So now we directly find out net assets and then after find out our value. So friends, now we uh, find out net assets. So assets, so friends, land and building 2 lakhs, stock 3 lakh 50,000, because in additional information given the new value of stock 3 lakh 50,000. So I note down here debtors 3 lakhs. So friends, you can see here debtors 3 lakhs. Then after cash balance 75,000. Okay friends, so cash balance 75,000. So now total 9 lakh 25,000. Then after less liability. So friends, here you can see debentures, creditors, workmen's saving fund, and workmen's profit sharing fund. So there is a four are our liabilities. So we note down here 5% debenture 1 lakhs, workmen's profit sharing fund 75,000, creditors 5 lakhs, and workmen's saving fund investment means saving account 1 lakh. Total liabilities 7 lakh 75,000. So net assets, so 9 lakh 25,000 minus 7 lakh 75,000, difference is 1 lakh 50,000. So friends, this is the net assets, and on this net assets all the shareholders to make their claim on net assets, but we find out only equity shareholders net assets. So friends, when you find out net assets and goodwill value, then after you make this type of table, first net assets, so 1 lakh 15 plus goodwill, here the new value of 75,000. Okay, then after investment, but which is non-trading. Every in example you must be remind in your mind, okay, when you find out net assets to equity holders, so first you note down net assets, second goodwill value, third investment which is non-trading investment. Okay friends, now we make the total 4,65,000. Now we complete our necessary calculation. Now we find out the intrinsic value. The intrinsic value is equal to net assets upon number of equity shares. So friends, in our example our net assets is 4,65,000 upon number of shares. You can see in balance sheet here is the number of equity shares 30,000. So 30,000. Now the answer is 50.50 rupees. This is our intrinsic value of equity shares. Okay, so friends, here we complete our first method, net assets method. Now we are going on our second method, yield method. So friends, this method is a very different to net assets method. How friends, we can see in our calculation. Friends, here you can see yield method. So first friend, you find out average profit which is given in your additional information. So, friends, total profit upon number of years. So total profit upon number of years is equal to 95,000 plus 65,000 plus 1 lakh 10,000 upon 3, and total profit 2 lakh 70,000 upon 3 years. So now average profit is 90,000. So 90,000 is our average profit. Now we uh, we can see in our additional information, of which 20% were placed to reserve. So friends, every year we transfer some profit, part of profit, to reserve, general reserve accounts, and the percentage is 20%. So in this example we also transfer some of amount to general reserve account. So friends, our average profit is 90,000 and 20% is general reserve. So 90,000 multiplied 20 upon 100 यानी कि 18,000 rupees. So now our average profit is 72,000. Okay friends, first step in yield method, you must be find out average profit after adjustment. Then after dividend rate. The dividend rate friends, the average profit upon paid up capital multiply 100. In every example you must be calculate this rate, dividend rate, and then after you find out your market value. Without find out dividend rate you can't find out market value. So when you want to find out dividend rate, then the equation is average profit upon paid up capital multiply 100. So in our example our average profit is 72,000 upon our paid up capital. So friends, you can see in the balance sheet our paid up capital is 3 lakhs. Okay, So 3 lakhs multiply 100. The answer is 24 percentage. Now we use this information and find out market value. The market value is equal to rate of dividend upon rate of return multiply paid up value. Paid up value means per share which paid by the shareholders. So friends, in our example dividend rate is 24 percentage upon rate of return. So friends, you can see in the additional information here 12 percentage. The 12 percentage is our rate of return multiply paid up value. So friends, paid up value is in our example 10 rupees. So you can note down here 10 rupees. So our answer is 20 rupees. So friends, step by step you calculate the example and you get your answer. Once again you can see in yield method when there is no given goodwill value, so you must be find out first goodwill value, and then after you make this table net assets to equity shareholder, net assets, goodwill, investment. Okay, you must be include goodwill and investment in your net assets. Then after you find out number of equity shares. If there is a given, so if there is given, there is a no issue to find out number of equity share, but there is a no given, then you must be find out number of equity shares, friends. And in yield method you must first step you must be find out average profit, then after adjustment profit, average profit, and then after second step dividend rate, and third step market value. So friends, I hope you understand today's lectures, and if you have any complaint, any doubt, so please you make comment in my comment box. And so you like my video, so please like my videos and share to others and subscribe my channel. Thank you. Jai Hind.